Been almost too busy today to stop on video. I've decided on taking, thanks for Phil on his comment. Yeah, I am actually taking those down because I suppose the issue for me is trying to get rid of rubble. You know, it's a pain in the neck, and skips are damned expensive, and I'm also asking a lot of my brother-in-law to shift this kind of stuff. So, you know, it may be that I have to leave some rubble here and gradually I'll get rid of that at the tip over a period of time. But all these tiles, I'm going to take them right off. The reason being is, rather than trying to plaster up to old tiles, you know, it's not that thick plaster. You just give it a whole coat of bonding plaster and a finishing plaster, you know, skim coat over the whole lot, and that wall will be true then. And I'm not bound by these. Just while I'm using the kango, I might as well just take them off. Apologies to Phil next door and Bernie. I know it's noisy, but if I use a hammer and chisel, I'm going to be on this on a week for a week. And if I use a kango 2, maybe 3 days, you know, in bits, I won't do it for hours and hours. I'll just leave breaks in between. But the other thing is, you know, I had this idea of putting a hob at the end. I've been talked out of that, and rightfully so. I think my sister suggested fridge freezer go down here, and I think, although I don't like tumble dryers, I like to use an air because they're a lot cheaper to run. Could put a tumble dryer in there and vent it straight out. That would make sense. So fridge freezer, tumble dry, I think that end. Hob will more or less go back where it was. It's sort of kind of opposite the sink, and possibly an oven underneath. I've got a rather nice oven though. It'd be good if I could accommodate it, but if not, it'll go on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, so that's where I am today. The lads upstairs have got most of the shower enclosure put together. A lot of fiddly fixings, but they both said it's a very, very good shower. It's a classy one. So, you know, they're obviously trying to figure out the instructions for it, because the door glides beautifully, as you'll see later on. Don't know how far they'll get, whether they'll get to connecting the taps up today, but I think if they can get the shower enclosure in, that'll be good. And it'll be useful today because I can go in and measure the space between the shower and the wall. You know, the wall where the window is. I'll show you when I go up there. I'll need to measure that because my sister said she'd sourced me a little cupboard. There are no shelves in that bathroom, and I don't want any, because what happens is they end up, we all know, stacked up with shampoos and various conditioners, and the women in our lives need all those things. I understand all that, but I don't like them cluttering up everywhere. So if I put a cupboard, a sort of storage unit in that shower room, you'll have no choice. You've got to put them away because there's nowhere to put them. So that makes sense. So that's why I've done that. And we'll talk a little bit more about the bathroom when we go up there. But in the meantime, get back on with the kango. Realised, but it's 2 o'clock. I wonder why the plumber was going. Yeah, not the best time to see the bathroom, because of course it hasn't all been swept up just yet, but the shower is in, and one of the things the plumber did say about it was, he said it was beautifully made, which it is. Yep, so tap still to go on. Right, shower, is it called riser or rail? You know, to put the shower head on. I've got a nice shower head for that. There's still some more bits of trim to go on the top of this. Not sure where that all goes, but anyway, it all came in the kit. The toilet still has to come over a bit more. It's still tight to the wall. It is difficult because, unfortunately, that's where the stack pipe is, and even with the flexi pipe, you've only got so much movement on this toilet. It is a difficult one, but we will have to see what can be done, won't we, really? Yeah, and there's a pedestal a pedestal sink to go in there. And that's it from Rolf's house today. I am going to wind up because I've got things I need to do at home. I'm certainly not going to be doing any more work with the kango. It's a bit too much. But yep, we're making good progress. So, see you in the morning. Press the like button. Feel free to leave a comment, good or bad. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.